In this video, I'm going to be explaining how to create the gallery slides for the Biting Pear project. I'm starting this video at the Google Slides homepage. I obviously make a lot of presentations. I'm going to come up here where it says start a new presentation and click the blank slide where a new slides document will open. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to change the name. For this one, I'm just going to put the initials for the Biting Pear, and then my name. For our first slide, I'm going to put just my name. That's all we need. I want our full names to be submitted here. Now, before I go any farther, if we want to pick a theme, we can. I prefer it if we stick to the themes over here. Let's see, what theme do I want? I'm going to do this blue one, but a theme is not required. So I don't want to add a subtitle. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click the outside of the box so it lights up blue, and I'm just going to delete it. Next, to create the next slide, I'm going to come over here to the top of the left corner. I'm going to hover over this X. It says this plus mark. It says new slide. I'm going to click it. It created a new slide for me. This is great. I am going to change my layout of the slides to this one here that just says title only. I'm going to label the top of the slide thumbnails. I'm going to click off of it. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to insert an image of my thumbnails onto the slide. I'm going to go over here to insert, over image. I'm going to upload from my computer. Now I'm going to go find my images, which are right here, open, and it will load them. Now for mine, I only have one image. Notice how it's nicely lit. There's no shadows on it. I was able to crop it in very nicely, but I want to make sure it's big enough. So I'm going to come over here and I'm just going to make it a little bit larger. We do not want our images touching the edge of our slides. It looks messy. We don't want to go out here this far. We don't want to come up and touch it. We want to leave a little bit of space for it. This red line that you see that pops up, many of these lines do pop up when you're moving things, and they are helping you center what you are moving based on what is around it. In this case, it is centering my image top and bottom across the middle of the slide. I'm going to leave it here. If you have multiple images, you just come on in and insert the same thing. Remember, our thumbnail images on the slide must have the little captions that we added with it. For our third slide for this is going to be my final slide, an image of my final drawing from my chosen slide. I'm going to come over here, put this in here. I'm not going to really want a title for this. I don't need to. I know what it is. I'm going to come over here to layout. I'm going to click blank because I just want a blank slide. And I'm going to do the same thing. Insert image, upload from computer. I'm going to insert this image here. It's going to load it in. Notice again, my image is nicely lit. It is flat. It's not tilted at an angle. There's no fingers. I cropped it in as much as I could because I had the availability for it. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here and put it center in my slide. Notice how we have the two red guidelines. I'm going to make it a little bigger. I'm very close to touching the edges for this, but I'm not touching them just yet. And there I have my third slide with an image of my final slide. We have one more slide needed for this assignment. I'm going to click new slide. I'm going to change my layout. We want to do the title in 2 columns. I'm going to click that. I'm going to label it reflection. Now I'm not going to type out my actual reflection for this, but on one column, we are going to briefly describe the story of the artwork. And then in the other column, we are going to answer the question, what are the challenges and successes you had with this project? This is all we need to do for these slides. If we look over here on the little chart, I have all 4. And then what you would do after this, you finish this up, answer these, you go and submit it into Google Classroom.